Guys, and welcome back to another tutorial of this Canva. Now we'll be learning to design from scratch using our Canva mobile app. And in this tutorial, this is what we'll be designing, this design from scratch to finish using our Canva app. And if you are new on this channel, subscribe and click the notification button so you can get notified anytime we drop a new tutorial. So this is the social media design that we'll be designing today. So let's move to the blank space that we are using. So first of all, the first thing I added was the text at the top. Let me add the text first. So beautiful skin, everything is on capital letter. Beautiful skin is in. Let me leave it like that first. So I changed the font to Poppins. I used Poppins. So this is the font I used. I used this medium. So and I changed the color to white. So I changed the color to white and I dropped it over here. The background I used was a sky background. Let me search for it on the element. You come to your element, you search for sky. So it is more likely to bring a lot of it for you. So I click under the photos over here and I think this is the one I used. Okay, yes, this is the one I used. So I select this and I replace background. Click on replace background. You get how I did that. Once you click on this image, then you click on these three dots over here. Then you click on this. You click on this replace background. And if there is no background on your design before, you can just click set image as a background. Do you get it? So I clicked on replace background. So that is what we have over here. So I make this text a little bit bigger. Okay, I think the font should be a little bit more light. Let's use the regular. So that is what we have. And I come over here to my advanced. You click on advanced over here and letter spacing. You click on letter spacing and you reduce it. So this is what we have. And I make sure it's like this. I move it this way. So I duplicated it and I change the text, the mode. Beautiful skin is in the mode. So I increase this size. I increase the size for this and I increase the size. I make sure this one, I decrease the size of this one a little so both of it can be aligned properly. So we now have an aligned design and I change the mode. I change the color. You click on edit. And you long press on this mode alone and you click on color. Okay, let's click on color first and then long press on this mode alone, and I'll change the color to this dark pink over here. So that is what we have. Then I click on done. That is what we have. Then the body text and good skincare makes it even better. Okay, and good skin care makes it even better. So I reduce the size of this one. So I make sure the size is a little bit smaller than the rest because it's the body text. Do you get it? So after making it smaller, I place it at the bottom of this other text over here. So, and let's continue. So the image I used, I brought in the image. This is the image I used. Let me just bring in the image like this. I may drop the resources in the caption, in the comment section, so you can try the design out yourself. So the next thing I'll be doing, I paste the image over here. This is the image. This is the image. You can place it, then you place it on this design over here. Okay, let me move this text up a little. Let me move this text, let me move it up a little so it doesn't affect the image. Move this up. So that is what we have over here. That is what we have. That is that. So the next thing we're doing is what? Our tests, these are our call to action, or this stuff, this thing at the bottom. So that's the next thing we'll be adding. So I come to my elements, I pick my square shape. You can go to your shape and pick a square, you understand? So I make it a little bit like a rectangle style and make it longer. And I made it longer and I change the color to white. Then the white, I reduce the transparency. You come over here and you click on transparency. This is it over here. You click on it and you reduce it. So that is that about that. Then again, you make sure the corner is a little bit round. You come to your corners over here of the shape again. Increase the corner rounding. So I think that's okay for our design. That is okay. So the next thing we add in are the text inside this thing and the WhatsApp and call icon. So I come to my elements. You can search for WhatsApp icon, and I use this black so we can be able to change the color to anything. You can be able to change the color to anything that, or any color that we want to use. So you change the color. I change the color to the dark pink, and that's the color. In case you are trying it to, that's the color you'll be changing it to, so it matches the mood of what we are designing. So I make sure this is at the center of the shape that we brought in. So the text, this is the phone number. Let me just copy it. I will show you that is inside. So that is what we have over here. So let me reduce this icon a little. So let me reduce it. Okay, it's now at the center. So that is what we have. The next thing we'll be adding is this thing, what's it called? The call icon. You know, this is the WhatsApp, and we have to add the call icon too. Call icon. So I use this one, then I change the color to the dark pink as we are doing it. So I made it smaller. I made this one a little bit smaller, and I dropped it over here too. And make sure it's at the center, you know. So let me make sure it's at the center. Okay, it's now okay. Let's leave it like this. Let me move it to the back a little so it doesn't occupy too much of space. So the next test, this next stuff, so let me bring that in. So I paste this over here. So this is what we have. Then it's remain the call to action. The call to action that we'll be using order now. So I bring in this square shape again. For the color I used the gradient color, which is the dark pink and the black. You come to your color over here to change the color to gradient. You click on this stuff over here, this mixer over here. You click on it and you click on gradient. This gradient. You click on it and you change the other one, this other one over here. You change it to black. Make sure it's at the dark pink. So and the first one, you change the first one, you change it to this pink over here. You change it to this dark pink over here, and then you click on this one. You click on this one over here. This one, the second one, that's the one we'll be using. So then you come to your corners. You want to give the shape corners. So you come to your corners. So it gives us what we are looking for. So you increase it. I think 20 is okay. Let's just leave it at 20. So that is what we have. Then you make it a little bit smaller. Make it a little bit smaller. Make it smaller a little, and we place it at the center of the shape. Then we now type the order now. Let me just copy this and paste it over here. You type in the order now, and you know throughout the design I only use one font, which is the Poppins. That's the only font I used throughout the design. And in case you are practicing it too, I will advise you use same thing throughout the end of your design to ensure the consistency of the design. So I added this we are done with our design, the logo and the brand name and the logo to Lumura. Let me just copy all these ones and select multiple with this. No. Let me yes. What's this? I want to copy the logo and paste it on the other stuff. So select. Let me just click on layers. Come to layers over here. Layers. Okay, this is the logo over here. This is the logo. So let me select multiple and the brand name. Select multiple and let me paste it over here. Let me paste it over here. So this is the brand name, and the font I used to write the brand name, this particular brand name you are seeing, the font I used to write is the Playfair Display. So this is it, and I use the regular. Can you see it? I use the regular and I use the white color. So if I use the dark green color again, I think the design will look a little bit occupied at the top. You understand? So we have to ensure it doesn't take too much of attention, but I still have to be there. You understand? So let's continue with what we are doing. And the next thing is what you can see, all these lines you are seeing over here, these lines and these small lines over here, these small lines. So I come to my elements, you search for curve line, then you search for it. It will bring a lot of it for you. Can you see? So I click on this, I use this first and I make sure it's over here. Then I change the color. To this pink over here, to this light pink. Then I used another line, this one that I use that looks like what's it called? I want to search for it. Okay, I use this one too. This one over here. So that's the one I used for this stuff. So I used this color, this same color for it too. This light pink, this feminine pink. So that is it. That is that. And over the top over here, you can see something like a circle that looks. Can you see this circle that is over here? This big circle. Can you see? So let's add that circle too. That's just like an effect. It's not really necessary, but it makes our design pop out. I come to my shapes and I click on this circle. Then I change it to this stuff over here. I make sure the color is this gradient color. Can you see? This is the two gradients of the circle that I used. Then I now reduce this one to the least. It is no longer showing. You get it? The pink, it is no longer showing, and the white too, I reduced it a little bit more. Then I stretch it, and I stretch it. Like this, and I placed it over here. Then I come over here to reduce the transparency. I reduce the transparency a little, so you can add this as an effect on any of your design that you are making. So then this is the end of our design. If this is helpful, please drop a subscribe, click the subscribe button, and please click the notification button to get notified anytime we drop a new tutorial like this on our YouTube channel. And I will see you in the next one. And if you want to download your design, just click on this download button over here. If you click on this one, it download every design. You can see I have a lot of designs over here. So if you click this one, it will automatically download everything. But if you click on this, one, you can edit it. See what I'm saying? Click on download, then you click on this page 7. If that's the only page I want to download, then I click on this page 7, then I can download it. So it will download only that one for us. You get it? So that is that about that. Let's wait till our design download and we can open it on our phone app. So I will please click the subscribe button, and I will see you guys the next. I don't know why this is slow, probably because of the network, but it will automatically download. So let's wait for it a little and see what we have. So it has finished downloading, and this is what we have. This is our beautiful design that we have. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.